Hi, this is Tracy from HallOfFameMoms.com and 1000thingsohio.com, and this video is for the virtual homeschool co-op, and Trish is asking us to share what do we do with all the end of the year stuff when we're done homeschooling at the end of the year. And some of the specifics she's asking is what if the kids don't finish a workbook? And my answer to that is and it's actually something that I heard from another homeschooler, a homeschooling parent, that was very helpful to me, and that is, you know what, if they don't finish the workbook, it's not a big deal. We can just pick it up next year. And I have embraced that. So, and often I will not follow a book all in order. I don't feel like I really have to do that. So, for example, for math, instead of doing, but we don't necessarily do the whole lesson. Maybe I'll have the boys just do the evens or the odds. It just depends. And that's, you know, maybe on occasion. I'll go print off free math drill worksheets for them to do, or have them just, you know, maybe write out their multiplication tables. For example, it's just things like that. You know, thinking out of the box. So those kind of workbooks, if I want the boys to finish them, we'll just maybe pick them up in the fall or late summer. I also have the mindset of year-round homeschooling. Now that's not everyday typical school subjects and necessarily, but I don't want them to just be like, oh, we can clock out, it's the summer, we don't need to do anything else educational. You know what I mean? I want them to be learning even if they don't realize it's educational. So one of the things I do have planned, well, I'll talk about that in another video. Okay, so I talked about the workbooks. Now so some of the workbooks that we've not finished in the past, I do think I've torn out the pages that we used and then gave those workbooks away. You know, you could give them away to Salvation Army, Goodwill, to a friend. And then as far as records go, I have done it. There's a couple things I've done. In the early years, I did an elaborate 3-ring binder with sections, and I'll show you one of those. They were really nice, and I did that for maybe the first 3 years, maybe. And then another longer running, a homeschool mom of like 10 kids, she was like, do you enjoy doing that? And you know what, I guess I did really, but it made me think, you know what, I probably don't have to do this. And after that I quit. And now what I do is I'll just take what I have, you know, whatever I want, you know, the papers or the workbooks, show them to the, we do assessments, so we don't do tests at the end of the year. So, you know, take it to the teacher, they can look through them, and then whatever I want to keep, I'll just like stick in a envelope or a box or something, you know. In fact, part of that is maybe just being too lazy to go through and keep what I want and throw the rest out, but I do hang on to some things, at least for now. Now, there is something that I'm more, you know, diehard about keeping, and that is the actual, what I consider would be the records, you know, the correspondence between me and the Ohio Board of Education authorities. And that would be copies of our assessments, okay, that I do with the certified teacher at the end of the year, and my official excusal from compulsory attendance that is issued to me. And I'll show you that also, and how I keep those. So we don't, you know, a lot of the craft supplies I just hang on to. But anyways, let me show you my methods here. The notebook method, the 3-ring binder method, my elaborate, beautiful, you know, year of schooling that I kept, that I stopped keeping, thanks to Margie. Thanks, Margie. So anyway, so here it is, but it'll be a nice keepsake for the boys. Okay, so this is Brendan's. So first day of school, this was him and his brother. And then I had a picture. Okay, so this was 3rd grade. I think the last year I did this. Okay. And I had a list of his activities. You know, he did swim and gym classes, music, Lego League. Okay, and if you see here, look at that. Math, English, spelling, history, safety, science, Bible, art. And I would take this whole big binder to the person doing our assessment. So then I had like things from like his certification stuff, whatever. Look at those nice folders. I only bought these nice ones once or twice, maybe. So then I have, you know, a lot of what we did, samples or whatever you want to call them, in these things that we saved. Okay, so in the back, I actually kept pictures of our field trip and those kind of activities, things like that. We made like a scrapbook. Alright. So, and then I just moved to like a folder like this, or a box to keep things in. Okay, so that's where I'm at now. Trish was asking about what do we do with the stuff that we are done with. Okay, so here's a really good example. For 2 years we were part of our local Classical Conversations campus, and I was a tutor those 2 years. So I have these nice big maps that I used, and I had them laminated, and I love maps. And so I have them hanging. You may have noticed in the video. I have some of them hanging on the walls down here, and with other stuff. They're here for when I'm ready to use them again. And so I guess really a lot of the stuff that we have used, and I'm a pretty eclectic and I guess traditional homeschooler, really, in the sense, you know, I like to be able to take anything and make it a learning experience, or find that kind of value in it. So I'll hang on to those things, even some of the things that, like I have some phonics cards that I didn't use a whole lot of. Someone gave them to me and they're really nice. They're actually, I think they're Rebecca, and they're the big phonics cards. I have hung on to those because, you know, I may be homeschooling somebody else's kids, you know, sometime down the road. I've had people talk to me about that. I don't really want to do that right now, but I might hang on to those just in case I need them for that. But I don't hang on to everything like that. So yeah, I guess that's really about it this time. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Bye.